You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
Question straight off the bat. In 2023, is there a better, excuse my non-US term, is there a better state? Is Miami a state?
Miami's a city.
City. Apologies. Is there a better city to be repping right now than Miami?
No, there isn't, bro. Bro, listen. The Miami Heat are up 3-0 against the Boston baked beans, the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the Panthers are up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat are up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Both of them were 8 seeds. To be up in the conference finals 2-0 and 3-0 as an 8 seed is unheard of, right? For them to be from the same city, technically, Panthers are from Broward. People will appreciate that I said that. And they're about 35 minutes away in travel time, right? Bro, it is wild, Kadeem. I feel like I can go to a Panthers game, playoff game, with a Heat jersey on, and everybody will understand what time it is. And then I can go to a Heat game with a Panthers jersey on, and everybody would know what time it is. But this is unprecedented. I can't believe it, bro. I'm the whole city going nutty right now.
So what we're saying is that we don't want the number 1 seed in Miami in the NFL. We want the 7th seed, and that's the way to go. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, we're not saying that. All we're saying is the Heat made it to the conference finals. The Panthers made it to the conference finals. And now the Dolphins are going to make it to the conference finals. Yo, Dolphins, you're on the clock. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the voice you heard there, Charlie Touche, obviously. What's up, man? I won't say how's it going, but right now I wish I was in Miami. Being in London ain't hitting right now. So yeah, how's things?
Hey, bro, there's some news that came out that I didn't get yet, and it's actually on TV right now. I was trying to listen to it. From what I understand, the Commanders and Indianapolis basically came to an agreement when the Commanders were tampering with Andrew Luck. How does that work? That everybody could just come up with agreements while you're tampering when the Dolphins lost a 1 and a 3. Like, I don't understand that.
I'm not even gonna get into it just because that's just how. Yeah, it's mental.
There was another one, wasn't it? Like the Patriots and the Cardinals or something like that. Someone, or I thought the Cardinals were involved, but they settled on an agreement. I don't know how you settle on an agreement, but look. Hey, we got a guest on the show today, Kadeem. We're going to go like this, man. It's cool to have guests on the show. It's football season and waiting on football season. There's no off season. And Go Time Dolphins, we just keep it moving, right? So we're going to do it like this. It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. I got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Your favorite podcast. And today we got a guest on the show. Deano Talk Sports is in the building for the first time. Like, round of applause. I wish we give you a round of applause, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can. There it is. What up, Deano? What's going on?
Life's going good. What's going on with you two?
Bro, come in off the bat and tell everybody where they can find you so it doesn't get lost in the sauce. Deano Talk Sports, like where can everybody find you on the socials?
Right. I mainly post stuff on TikTok, Talk Sports, same username. I also do it on YouTube, same username. And then you can keep up with all my other takes on Twitter. I'm active a lot. I tweet a lot. So you have a lot of entertaining stuff on there too.
I mean, somehow you ended up on a Miami Dolphins podcast. What's going on, bro? So you're a Dolphins fan?
I am a massive Dolphins fan. I've been a Dolphins fan my entire life. I'm actually from California, so I'm the complete opposite side of the country. And no one else in my family is a Dolphins fan, but I ended up being one. So
we got to get the backstory. How does that happen?
It's actually really simple. It's we were on a trip. We were on a trip one summer. I was like 4, and we went to this street fair. And my mom bought me this Miami Dolphins plushie, and I was like, well, I guess that's my team for the rest of my life. So there you go. That's it.
Nip it in the bud. Yo, I like it. What you got for us, Kadeem?
So yeah, a bit of a backstory. We first met just before the draft in a 32 GM mock draft. Obviously Charlie and I had the Dolphins. This was the cover 1 draft. And you had the Chargers, if I'm correct.
Yep, that's right.
And our first interaction was you offering the Chargers offering the Dolphins, myself and Charlie, Austin Eckler. What was your thinking behind that? Was he someone you wanted the Dolphins to try and get this offseason? Or was you like, I need to get Austin Eckler off my books for an extra pick? Hey, let's do something.
Yeah, it's more along the lines of getting Austin Eckler off the books. I know there was a story early on in the offseason that he wanted out. He wanted a trade. And I was like, well, if he wants one, I'll definitely give him one. He's a good weapon. He's not a great pure runner. He's a great receiving threat. And I thought this was a really deep draft class for running backs. So if we could afford to get a pick for him, I would have loved to.
Bro, so yeah, everyone listening, you guys remember that we had 2 mocks. Oh, we had 3. We had 3 mocks before the draft. We had 2 at Go Time Dolphins and 1 with Cover 1 Sports. That's accurate, right, Kadeem? Because the first mock we absolutely murdered. Yeah. And the Cover 1 Sports, we had 32 live GMs. So it's actual human beings that we're drafting with. It was I want to say it was like how many hours, bro?
About 4 hours, I say.
Yeah, it was like a 4 hour. It was like a 4 hour mock. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed it. And it's probably why I'm single. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, what are you doing with your time? Like, yo, I'm doing mock drafts with 32 random dudes that I don't know, 31 random dudes that I don't know, right? And enjoying it thoroughly, right? So when you, being a Dolphins fan, you ended up with the Chargers in this mock draft. Is it because we took the Dolphins?
Yeah, I saw a tweet and it was like the Titans, Chargers, and I think the Giants were open. And I asked for the Titans. I didn't get them. Then I asked for the Giants. I didn't get them. So I got the Chargers. So the Chargers were my last pick. But
so how do you think the Dolphins did in real life as far as the draft?
Oh, I loved the draft. I love what they did. I was one of the few, at least I saw on Twitter, that was really into them drafting a defensive player with their first pick. And the fact that they got Cam Smith at that spot was awesome. He was a top 5 corner for me. I love what he's going to bring to this defense. Devon Achane, we know he's going to be great. Speed. I think Elijah Higgins was a super, super good pick because we're going to try and convert him to tight end, play that Mike Gesicki role. I really enjoyed it. I think we had a very good draft.
Grabbed Elijah Higgins in, what was it, the 7th round?
Sixth round.
Sixth round. Grabbed him in the 6th round. He looks the part for sure. As far as converting him, you would like to see what Mike McDaniel can do with him. But right now, Coach McDaniel spending all of his time at the Heat games.
Yes,
all of his time on the front row of the Heat games, talking about Heat culture. Let's go Heat. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, fellas. It is one thing to have, a team in the city going off like the Miami Heat doing big things, and it's another thing to have the Florida Panthers doing big things. Quick little story, and I think I told it on this podcast before. You know how to skate, Kadeem?
As in skateboard or rollerblade?
Rollerblade.
I can do both, so yeah.
What about you, Deano?
I can skateboard a little bit, but it's as basic as you can imagine. So
no rollerblades for you?
No rollerblades for me. I don't think I've ever done it.
Bro, listen. So in '96, the Florida Panthers were a real deal thing, right? Went to the Stanley Cup Finals. Van Beesbrook was the goalie. I remember Rob Niedermeyer, Radek Dvorak, Lindsay. I can't remember Lindsay's first name. You know, it's like, bro, I got a couple names in my head. You feel me? But that was the reason I learned how to skate. Literally, I'm like, yo, there's no ice down here, so there was no ice skating. But I learned how to play hockey during that season. That was the season that hooked me into, you know what? I need to learn how to skate. The whole neighborhood. If you could imagine a neighborhood in Carroll City, Miramar area on skates playing hockey. Like, I don't know if you could imagine that, but all the kids there was no social media, so we had to find something. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
we were out there skating. Bro, imagine this scene, Kadeem and Deano. Imagine the Miami Heat win the NBA championship. All right. And because it runs consecutive with the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, the Miami Heat come to the Panthers arena with the trophy, and then the Panthers win. Do you know the images that will come out of that, bro? Or vice versa? You know what I'm saying? The Stanley Cup Finals are over, and the Panthers come to the Miami Heat's arena with the trophy, bro. Do you know what that does for the city? Do you not think that the Dolphins are not feeling some of this? Like, yo, the city's buzzing right now. Like, you got to believe that the Dolphins can take some of this and walk into the season and be like, hey, our city's buzzing and we got to do something with it. So my question to you guys, and I know you're a little distant. We got a California Dolphin fan and we got a London Dolphin fan. How many championships, outside championships of football, like Heat championships, hockey championships, Panthers championships, equate to a one Dolphin Super Bowl championship? How many do you think? Let's go with you first, Deano, since you the guest. How many other sports championships equate to one Dolphin Super Bowl?
You know, football is my favorite sport by a mile, so I don't even know if I could choose. Like, it'd be sick to see. Jimmy Butler's one of my favorite players, so it'd be sick to see the Heat win a couple, sick to see the Panthers, but I think a Miami Dolphins Super Bowl would knock that out of the park, and I wouldn't even think about it.
How many? Put a number on it.
A number?
A number? Yeah, give us a number, Deano.
Okay, let's go. Like, say they won for two. If they got like 4 championships, like 2 straight years of championships, then it'd be like, okay, that's pretty sick. But that's tough.
What about you, Kadeem? I'm about to put a name together, Kadino.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I almost did it. It almost worked.
I don't know. I think not to pass the buck, but that's a question you asked Lee, because Lee, 5-Yard Lee from the Dolphin UK podcast, he'll stay up to watch Heat games and like he'll be really in it. You know, he wants to fly out to the finals to watch the Heat. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, cool, Heat won again, Panthers won again. Cool, that's cool. You know, to me, it's once we get that ring into the Super Bowl, that's it. Like, to me, there's no like nothing equates to a Dolphin Super Bowl. Like, I don't think I can find.
I agree, Kadeem. I agree. And the reason I asked you guys, because I feel like I want to ask all the Dolphins fans, but this is more of a homer question. Like, the people who are born and raised in Florida, see the city, know that this is a football town, and know what it means to be a Dolphin fan from here. But it doesn't minimize anybody else's fandom to be a Dolphin fan. So I asked a couple people. I asked Sherrod Steve. I don't know if I asked him that specific question. Maybe I did, but Sherrod Steve said, listen, bro, if the Dolphins get a Super Bowl, like, there's not going to be a dry eye. You know what I'm saying? On that side of the phone. I'm like, bro, ain't going to be no dry eyes over here either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tear up just thinking about it. Like, proximity. Like, yo, we close. But this is the best team I've ever seen in my adulthood. And I asked LB the same question, and LB said the Heat could get 7 consecutive championships, 7 in a row, and that might amount to like one Dolphin Super Bowl. If you can, what's that conversion? If we were having some type of conversion rate conversation, that would be the conversion. And I'm honestly, the Heat and Panthers will have to come up with like 3 in a row. Yeah. And it might equate, like, so that's 6 championships total, but it's 3 in a row, and that might equate to like one Dolphin Super Bowl. But even still, I don't even think it's like, nah, bro. There's no conversion rate for a Dolphin Super Bowl. And in my opinion, this year and next year will come the closest to getting it or almost getting it. And I hope we actually put it off, because I'm on the record saying 2024 the Dolphins will have a Super Bowl. What you got for us, Kadeem?
Very quickly. So the conversation between myself and Hannah Montana is whether I'm going to cry when I see her walking down the aisle. Like, I'm not an emotional person. I'm just like, don't expect me to cry. Like, I'll smile. That's the best you'll get out of me. Dolphins win a ring, tears, instant tears. Like, there's no two ways about it. I remember when we drafted Tua, I took a photo of myself smiling, and an ex messaged me saying, "Oh, it's nice to see you finally smile." I was like, "Hey, we drafted Tua. Like, that's the reason to smile." I'm not that much of a smiley person, so yeah. Dolphins win a ring, crying, 100%. You'll see me on Go Time Dolphins, the live stream, we're like, we finally done it. Like, there's no ways about it. No ways about it whatsoever.
Yo, my dog is getting married outside of Greece to the love of his life, and he just said there's a chance he doesn't cry. But if the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, get the Kleenex. Like, yo, we out here. The snotty nose, tears down the face. It's gonna be bad. What's the ugliest cry meme there is? Like the Jordan meme, Kadeem meme. It's gonna be the Kadeem meme. Kadeem meme. So, hey, you was talking about some systems behind you, Deano. What you got back there?
Yeah, I got a really old Xbox 360. I got my Switch. The computer I'm using to talk to you guys right now is a PC for gaming. I'm a big gamer.
Well, my co-host here, I'm not the gamer. He's the resident gamer on the podcast. Kadeem, you got something for our gamer?
Got my PS5 controller right here. Yeah, got my Switch. Where's my Switch? Picture around there somewhere. Don't know where it is at this moment. In storage, and I'm moving house. I've got PS4, Super Nintendo, like all the old consoles, like the one that Charlie played when he was growing up. That's what I've got. So, what kind of games do you play?
I play a lot of. I'm not much of a first-person shooter guy, so I don't got much of those. It's more like I have all my Nintendo DSs next to me. I play a lot of Pokemon, play strategy games, stuff like that. Madden, of course.
Of course. You got the new Zelda?
I do have Tears of the Kingdom. Very fun. Very fun.
Y'all know about? I know Zelda. I heard about Zelda. that's the Nintendo Zelda. It was the only game with a gold cartridge. Y'all might not know that. Like, that might be ahead of y'all time. I'm just saying.
I've never played a Zelda in my life, ever.
Never? For real?
Really?
Never played a Zelda, no.
Hey, what's up with Deano? You about that Mario Kart life?
Oh yeah, definitely about that Mario Kart life. We'll play. What's up?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, me and my girlfriend, we sit here and play Mario Kart. We'll just get bored, start playing Mario Kart and shit.
What about GoldenEye?
GoldenEye, I have played GoldenEye. I can't say I'm about it, but I have played GoldenEye.
So you're not about that GoldenEye life?
I've only played it once. If I played it more, I'm sure I would be. But
who do you use for Mario Kart? Is there a favorite character?
Dry Bones every day.
Can y'all guess who I pick when I play Mario Kart?
Toad or Peach?
Yoshi.
Here we go. How you know it's Peach, Kadeem?
Because is that like, I don't even know if it's actually true, but people for the longest time believed that Peach and Toad were the fastest characters, so everyone was Toad or Peach. Whether it was actually good or not, they chose Toad or Peach.
But hey, yeah, all right, let's get the show back on the rails. But who you use, Kadeem?
Probably Mario or Link.
Bro, you a Bowser dude, bro.
I literally just said Mario or Link. Like, I'm not a Bowser dude.
You're a Bowser dude though.
But I'm not.
You look like Bowser.
Okay, that's racist, but again, I don't.
I'm just saying, you favor Bowser. Hey, let's get the show back on the tracks, bro. Deano, you're a Dolphin fan since you said 3 years old, 4 years old,
probably 3-4 years old. Yeah,
3-4 years old. This is the
one. This is the one. I've held out my entire life. The helmet's coming off. This is the one.
Listen, so you're a Dolphin fan from California.
Yep.
What was your favorite Dolphin moment of your relatively short fandom?
Right. It's tough.
I was about to say
It's tough because, like, from time that I became a fan, there weren't like a ton of great moments leading up. Like, sure there were, but the records aren't always great. We don't always make the playoffs, stuff like that. And but if I had to choose, Miami Miracle was up there because I had actually all my friends over, and they're all Patriots fans. So they were like making fun of me. I walked out the room. They convinced me to come back, and then we won. So I went crazy.
Yo, you were some people missed the Miami Miracle. Not only did you get to witness it, you got to see it. You had Patriots fans over, and they called you back in the room like, finish him.
Yeah,
and then little did they know it was about to be a wrap for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
go ahead.
What's called, like, my whole like on my mom's side, my whole family, they're all Patriots fans. I got like 3 friends that are Patriots fans. They were all watching, and I just remember being like, man, whatever. I don't want to ruin the day. I'll go back in. I'll hang out, and then just went nuts.
But what was the celebration?
Oh, I got up on the couch. I was screaming. I was up in their face with my jersey, like, yeah.
I think like the favorite thing about the Miami Miracle is that for Miami, it didn't mean anything. Like, it's not like that win got us into playoffs, but it was just like, it's the fact it was over the Patriots, kind of like, it's not from getting home field advantage or something. And it was just like, this is a moment which you can't take away from us. Yeah, we didn't make the playoffs, but to lose in that manner, everyone knows exactly where they were, the Miami Miracle. Everyone does. And
I got an older brother, Deano. He was at the Miami Miracle. Matter of fact, I want to say, friend of the podcast, William Hayes, got my brother tickets to that game. And he went to the game with my niece, his daughter. And I think Patriots scored right before that kickoff. Was it a touchdown or a field goal that actually kind of put it out of reach? I can't remember, but it was I forgot how many seconds were left. But it was like, all right, it was the nail in the coffin, so to speak. And they were about to kick it off, and my brother said, "It's over. Let's go." And we have a rule in the crib. Like, we've done countless tailgates, countless. We go to the game. When we grew up, if we went to the game, we got there in the morning, barbecued, tailgate, played football with unknowns, people we didn't know. The game was over. We come back out, barbecue some more, play some more football, hopefully in celebration. But we don't leave early. I don't know where he got that from. Maybe the child, he had his daughter with him, like, I want to beat the traffic. Maybe, I don't know. But he left early, and on his way out the stadium, all he heard was everybody erupt, and then he missed the Miami Miracle, bro.
That stinks. That sucks.
Doesn't it? Like, doesn't it, bro? Like, hey, Kadeem really just said it. It's really because we beat the Patriots. It was like, it was the Patriots. I think that was the reason they went. It wasn't Denver, but I want to say we actually beat the Patriots before and made them go to Denver instead of Denver going to the Patriots, and then Denver won that Super Bowl. But that one there was, we wrecked some stuff for the Patriots, and that's good enough for me, man. What you got for us, Kadeem?
Not to bring it back to the drafts and stuff like that, but I believe there's some news on Sunday that Aubrey Miller got a contract from Miami, but his contract was, I don't say, basically the news was his contract was a 3-year, $2.7 million contract with 110K fully guaranteed. Sort of you, Aubrey Miller, the linebacker, undrafted. When you hear that contract and those numbers, what are your expectations, if you have any at all?
Yeah, with him, I expect, for one, he's going to be very good on special teams. That was one thing he was super good at Jackson State, was special teams. And otherwise, he's that kind of mold of linebacker that Vic Fangio likes. He's a bigger guy, is 6'1", 225, 230, something like that. And he's phenomenal against the run as a blitzer. So you might see him come in on maybe a third down and he can blitz things like that. He's not much of a coverage guy. He's just not as agile as you'd like for it, but he should contribute even as a rookie, even if it's just on special teams.
For those of us who don't know who Aubrey is, let's just say this. If there were 6 different positions in front of us and we didn't know what a linebacker was, and we said, which one of these people do you think a linebacker is the linebacker? You would know that it was him just by his physique.
Mm-hmm.
Dude is a mutant, bro. Like, the man is carved out of the DK Metcalf tree of football players. Am I tripping, Kadeem?
100% no. Like, very quickly, he's the kind of guy where if you're a running back and you get past the line of scrimmage, the last person you want to see run downhill is Aubrey Miller, because once he hits you, you're out cold. It's like, I don't know what happened. So it's I find it interesting he got that contract. Also, obviously OTAs have started, and it seems the Dolphins are looking at Andrew Van Ginkel as an inside linebacker, which I don't know if that bodes well for Channing Tyndall. But starting with you, Deano, before front to Charlie, what do you make of the news that that Van Ginkel is getting snaps and looks at inside linebacker?
I hadn't actually heard that before, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think he's a lot better off the edge than he would be inside linebacker. And I mean, if you want to bring him in on maybe like a goal line rundown situation, I guess that could make sense, but he's not super good in coverage. I just think he's a way better edge rusher than he would be even a linebacker.
Yeah, that sounds odd to me. And I don't think it's because he's doing something wrong, because I didn't think we were going to afford to keep him. I didn't think he was going to come back and we would pay him. So it does sound odd to me. Here's my thing. This could be who we have at middle linebacker. Like, for example, this could be a good thing for AVG because he has better linebacker acumen than the rest of the linebackers. Not saying they're all dumb, but he's just faster at watching the play develop and knowing how to play when he sees the play develop, right? So this could be like a notch under his belt. Like, they move me into inside. He'll be quick and fast in there. I think he's going to be undersized when he does shoot the gaps, though. So it's going to be a lot of shooting of the gaps, but what happens when you shoot those gaps? So I don't know how much I love AVG at middle, but who am I to question Vic Fangio, right? Yeah, this is Vic Fangio. And Vic Fangio in the past, I want to say, I think there's a stat where his stat is his defenses have been in the 8. He's had 8 top 10 defenses in the past 10 seasons. I think that's the stat. 8 top 10 defenses in the past 10 seasons. I believe that's the stat. So who am I to question Vic Fangio? If he likes it, I love it.
So from Cameron Wolf, he added Dolphins lacking some proven depth at inside linebacker behind projected starter Jerome Baker and David Long. Deeper outside linebacker, look for Van Ginkel to get reps with second team alongside Duke Riley, Channing Tyndall, and UDFA is working in too. And that's the kind of thing. It's like, I get your point. It's probably more not so much that Van Ginkel doing so much things right, but more the guys who can also play inside linebacker maybe aren't up to speed, which again, it's a worry of Channing Tyndall, who you drafted last year, hasn't taken that second. And again, it's still early. It's super early, new defense, but you'd kind of want Channing Tyndall to be really stepping up. But again, it's day one of OTAs. Nothing to read into right now. We'll see how the rest of the season progresses, I guess.
Bro, you ever been to a Dolphins game, Deano?
I have not. I've been to one professional football game, and it was a Rams versus a Commanders game or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, someone offered me free tickets, and I was like, yeah, of course, I'll go watch football.
Yo, so I know the first game of the season is at LA.
I am going to that.
Are you going? You got tickets already?
Yep, I am going to that for sure.
Yo.
I wanted to go last year for prime time, but those tickets are really expensive.
Yeah, so. I was just about to say like proximity. What's the chances? So this podcast is for the fans and by the fans, and we have a fan in Deano, a Dolphins fan in Deano, on the podcast right now. I got a question for you, bro. What do you think the Dolphins record will be this season?
If I were to make a prediction right now, I think it'd be around 11-6. That would be what I would say. I think we're going to get double digit for sure. And I think we are going to excel, whether we win the division or we are the first wild card spot. I think we're going to get in the playoffs pretty easily. I don't think we're going to be stressing too hard.
What do you think we prevail, and what do you think we struggle?
I think offensively, we are going to kill it. I'm not really worried about the offense. Second year, Tua's going to be in it. The receivers will be. The offensive line will be. The addition of Isaiah Wynn is playing. I think he's going to play left guard, and if he does, that's a really big deal because I think he's going to do really well over there. And defensively, I think we're also going to excel. Linebacker worries me. Just that run defense in general. And otherwise, it's just staying healthy because that was the main thing last year. We could not stay healthy for the life of us. So if we stay healthy, I think we're going to prevail in a lot of areas.
Hey, you sound like me. I like it. I like it, bro. You got something for him, Kadeem?
Yeah. So to avoid the questions, but it's first day OTAs, and as we saw last year, the best player in previous practice wears the orange jersey. So Jalen Waddle was wearing the orange jersey on day one of OTAs, and with that means he gets to choose the playlist. So on the spot, Deano, you are the, I guess, best performing person on this podcast. You get the playlist. What 5 songs are on your playlist?
Man, that's tough. You guys put me on the spot there. Okay. I like that new Drake song, Search and Rescue. That would be there. That's hard. Let me think here. I have a little bit of what's up?
You said that's some recency bias. You said new song. So you don't got any in the go-tos, like this is the go-to records?
Let me see. I don't have a lot of go-to records. No, I kind of like I'll be watching I guess a TikTok and I hear a song and I'm like, oh, this is sick. I don't have a lot of go-to records now. I just like what I like at the time.
All right, let's round off the list. Give us 4 more.
Okay, let's go Search and Rescue. I gotta have a little bit of country. So I'll go any song by Luke Combs. That'll go right there.
Hey, you know who Luke Combs is?
Yeah.
Not at all. Not
See,
at all.
I knew my co-host was good. Like, yeah, I rock with Luke. He's straight.
I like Luke Combs. Let's see. Gotta have a little bit of rock. So we'll do the final countdown. That'll be there. That'll be sick.
Europe.
Solid choice.
Yep,
you know who Europe is, right, Kadeem?
I know the final countdown. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Charlie Touche fans really understand that I know what the final countdown is, and that's a little alley-oop I throw out there. But go ahead, continue.
Man, that's tough.
How many was that? That's 4.
That's 3.
2 more.
3.
I mean, you said Luke Combs, you said Drake, you said Europe.
Yep.
And I thought you threw oh, okay. All right.
All right, let me see. What do I have? We'll do 20 minutes by Lil Uzi Vert, and then we'll do last one. We'll do Off the Grid by Kanye.
I ain't gonna lie. I can't say that I've heard. I don't want to say any Lil Uzi Vert songs. I'm not even sure what he looks like. I ain't gonna lie. Like I know. Listen, I get these boys confused nowadays. You know what I'm saying? This is not my lane. I'm gonna just be real with you. But I noticed you said that country song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you practice, like, football practice to slow jams? Is that all right with you? Do you think there's? Yeah, I mean, you feel me?
Oh yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Why
absolutely.
Not? You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, slow jam. You feel me? Now, I would have pulled a tour and said, Shania Twain, still the one, still the one. Y'all seen the picture?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, sorry. Are you agreeing that you can have slow jams on your playlist for practice?
I think you can have if the song is good, you can practice to it. It's just simple as that.
Kadeem,
Charlie,
it matters what song it is, bro.
No, Charlie, don't do this. Don't do this. We spent a lot of last summer with you saying you can't get R&B on a practice playlist.
No, I did not say R&B.
Or slow jam, sorry.
It matters. It matters what song it is. Like it can't be If You by Silk. It can't be that.
Yeah.
We can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It can't be
H-Time,
I'll Make Love to You by Boyz II Men. It can't be Boyz II Men, I Make Love to You, bro. We can't warm up to I'll Make Love to You, bro. It's not happening.
Stretching. Team bond. You all love each other.
You see what I gotta put up with, bro?
I
gotta put up with on this?
I do see it. Hey, but I do think if a song is good and you enjoy that song, you can practice that song.
Yeah, I'm cool with it too. I just think there should be there should be boundaries to which slow songs. Like I don't mind slow songs, but I'm just saying like we gotta be careful with some of these slow songs. That's all I'm saying.
Some of them.
Yo, we're about to go into bonus time. Come over to bonus time with us, Deano. I almost called you Luke, like Luke Combs. But before we get over to bonus time, tell everybody one more time where they can find you, how they can find you, bro.
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok and on YouTube. It's just going to be Deano Talk Sports, same thing that you see on the screen right now. And then on Twitter, it's going to be at Dean Trombino. And that's everywhere you can find me. And you can keep up with all my sports takes.
Bro, is it Trombino? Dean Trombino?
Yep, Dean Trombino.
Is it, why is it Trombino? Where did that came from?
That's my last name. So
that's legit last.
Legit last name.
Not because I thought it was like Dean Trombino because maybe he played the trombone. I don't know, Kadeem. Why can't I ask the question, bro? You play the trombone, Dean?
I don't play any instrument.
See, what if it was Dean Trombino? You play the trombone. I played the trombone in the 6th grade. Why can't I ask the question?
This is why we don't get guests, because you just disrespect the last name.
I did not.
Hey, I did not. To be fair, growing up in school, all my teachers said trombone the first time. Every single time. Roll call, Dean Trombone, every single time.
I like it.
It? I
love it.
Roll call?
Yeah, like for class, they'd be like, who's here? Dean, this, that.
So obviously from the UK,
yeah,
we don't have roll call. We call it a register. Is that something you like?
No, it's just straight up roll call. Hey, who's here?
That's it. Yeah. So I kind of knew what you meant, but I was like, just to double check because
to make sure.
Yeah.
I was not even going to interrupt. I was just going to let y'all two go there. So yeah. So when the first day of class, Kadeem, and let's say primary school, first day of class, the teacher has to find out who's in the class and who's present, right?
Yeah. What
do you call that?
The register, but you have it every day. So like you get to school.
All right. I was just trying to highlight like how do you find out who's in the class? But you call it register, we call it roll call. So does the teacher go through the names and Charlie Touche here, Dean Trombino present. Kadeem Simmons. What do you say, Kadeem?
Here. Yeah.
Okay, this guy. But I mean, that's what roll call is.
So do you have it every day or only at the start of the year?
No, you I mean, typically you'd have it every day because school's got to get their attendance and stuff. So
okay. I mean, when I was in school, I think it was like the first few days of class, like the first few days they'll do it, but then the teacher will look to see who's there.
Yeah,
you see that's and then
typically what's happening.
You really didn't go through it. They just checked you off if they seen you or not. They don't really. So you last day of school, last day of class, Kadeem, they still call it doing registry.
Yeah, to check for attendance.
They don't know that's you sitting right there. They don't know your name, Kadeem, by then.
Oh no, of course they do, but it's more just like it's a formality. Just have to get out of the way. Yeah. Obviously, like you'd have some classes where as you come in, cool, I'll take your name off, all that kind of stuff, and then when you get to sixth form, which is basically, I guess, see, I don't know what you guys call it. I guess that's because it's not college, because we have university, but I guess our university is your college, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once we get to sixth form, which is still high school, you walk in like, we know you are, all that kind of good stuff. But to be fair, I can ask my sister because I can't remember what they did when I got to like 16, 17. Maybe they did. I can't remember.
Hey, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Don't suffer in silence. Talk to somebody if you have to. Like I be hollering at Kadeem like, Kadeem, bro, I'm going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? Not too often, but you know what I'm saying? I do be hitting up Kadeem like, hey, bro, like not right now, bro. Like I can't do your foolishness, Kadeem. Like all jokes aside. But yeah, man, y'all stay positive. Test negative for Kadeem Simmons and Deano Knows Sports. Or is it Deano Sports?
Deano Talk Sports.
Deano Talk Sports.
Deano Talk Sports.
It's literally there.
Yo, my button was covered up. My button was covered up. Yo, for Deano Talk Sports and Kadeem Simmons, I might be Charlie Touche. I don't know. I've been messing up lately. But thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time.
My bad. My bad.
First of all, his last name and then his show name. I'm just saying, like
I almost call him Deano Trombino. Like that would have been.
Hey, that would have
worked. That would have worked absolutely.
I like it, Deano Trombino.
Some of the artists on Waddles' jersey playlist: Kodak Black, Meek Mill, Lil Baby, and Future. That's
Kodak Black, Meek
Mill, Lil Baby, and Future.
Lil Baby and Future.
Yeah.
I know what 3 of the 4 look like. I'm not sure what all of them look like. I think I could point out 3 of them in the.
Who couldn't you point out of that 4?
You said Future. I know what Future looks like. I know what Kodak looked like. I know what Meek Mill looked like.
Oh, it's a Lil Baby.
Oh, Lil Baby.
Yeah. I get all the babies mixed up. There's too many babies. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Baby, the Baby. Is there a young baby?
Snap.
There probably is.
So I couldn't tell you what Lil Baby looks like because I got him confused with their baby and like.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's a lot of babies out there, and we don't even call them babies in Miami. We call them jits. So it's a lot of jits out there, bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
Hey,
crazy.
Listen, bringing it back to Dolphins football. We know Nick from Perform.
Yeah,
he works out with pretty dope athletes. He's Tua's trainer, and he's been working out with Dalvin Cook. This is not the first year he worked out with Dalvin Cook, but it's the first year that people have maybe noticed he worked out with Dalvin Cook. Should we be looking at Dalvin Cook if he becomes available, Deano?
If we could get him for somewhat cheap when he gets released June 1st, I would love it. He fits what we like to run. He's a great zone runner, like that Shanahan style of blocking. He's great when it comes to that. He's also a great receiver, and we need running back depth because there's a couple times last year I could think the second Bills game. I think we didn't have Jeff Wilson. It was just Mostert. And Mostert balled out, but you'd love to have a couple running backs on that roster.
Yeah, and I still wonder how many running backs we're going to keep on the active roster. We only kept 3 last year, but we had to have the fullback, so we kind of have 4. But traditionally, there's 4 running backs that you keep, and we only kept 3. One being Savon Ahmed. I think Myles Gaskin got a dress once last year. So I wonder what we're going to do there. I also wonder if Chris Brooks is going to make the team, because Chris Brooks looks like a dude at running back, BYU running back. He's a UDFA that is on the Miami Dolphins now. So I wonder what he looks like. But yeah, man, I'd be interested in bringing in Dalvin Cook. I think you pay the price. Like, listen, like if he becomes a free agent, but there's no reason to trade him and pay him. But if he becomes a free agent, let's do this. Let's make this happen. It's a happy home. He's from Miami. We passed on him in the draft. Do you remember? If one of y'all boys pull this out, y'all hats, I'd go nutty. Who did the Dolphins draft when they passed up on Dalvin Cook the year Dalvin Cook came up?
What year was that?
Oh, hey, where you
I'll put up here. What year was that? What year was that?
Very quickly, this is the perfect live giveaway question. The perfect live giveaway question. Just saying.
What year was that? If I get the year, I might be able to get it.
I want to say, and I don't know the year off the top. If I'm gonna be real with you, you know what? I'll find out the year, and
okay.
I'll give you.
I would say it must be like 2017, 2018, because they paid him.
Yeah,
I thought it was 2018. Off the top of my head, I thought it was 2018. But I'm gonna get the factual since stat check.
Hold on. Check. Does Cook win the second round?
Yes, he did.
Was it actually? Hold on. What round did we draft Raekwon McMillan?
It was a 2017 draft.
Damn it.
2017 draft. Who did the Miami? He was the 41st pick in the second round. Who did the Miami Dolphins draft in 2017 in the first round?
In the first round. Okay. Let's think.
Wait, who dropped in the first or second round?
In the first round.
That wasn't Tunsil, was it?
No,
I think that was.
So Tunsil was 16, wasn't it? My guess would be. I want to say Charles Harris.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think it's Charles Harris.
Is that y'all want to put your heads together and come up with a final answer for us?
My guess is Charles Harris. That's what I was thinking here. Let me think. Maybe there's one more I could think of. 2017.
I love the way y'all boys looking for everything. Like looking.
No,
I can see the wheels turning. I love it.
It's because so obviously 2020's Tua, 2019 Christian Wilkins, so 2018 is I'm gonna go Charles Harris.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that too.
It is Charles Harris.
Okay.
Very good, fellas. Very good.
I kept wanting to say Taco Charlton, but I know that was the Cowboys pick that year, and they're very similar players.
I remember that was the Jabril Peppers draft. Taco went like four or five spaces after Charles Harris. Actually, I just pulled it up. It's Taco went 28 to the Dallas. Charles Harris went 22nd to the Miami Dolphins.
TJ Watt goes like what, 24th, 25th?
Say that again.
TJ Watt goes like 24th, 25th.
Yeah, TJ Watt went 30th to the Steelers. And then Reuben Foster went 31. And that was the year everybody was like, oh, get Reuben Foster. And I'm like, no, don't get Reuben Foster. He's not.
Do not do that.
Yeah, so, nah, man. You got something before we bang it, Kadeem?
Yeah. So this is a kind of a private one. Charlie, remember that horse that I bet on the other week? The one that so you know, I don't bet. I'm not a betting person.
Right.
And the fix was in. Kadeem bet on a fixed race.
I didn't bet on a fixed race. I got a good tip from two different people saying, yeah, this horse is really, really good. And he was like 66-1. So I put £10 on, and as the race started, he threw the jockey off and turned right. He's racing again tomorrow. He's racing on Tuesday, 80-1. Should I put a bet down?
Yo, Kadeem, you had your lucky number 11 moment, bro, and you made it. Like, you gonna double down?
I'm tempted to double down. 18.
That same thing can't happen again. So
18. If I put £10 each way, all you've got to do is place between 1 and 5. Tell me, like,
You know what? Put me down for £10 too.
no.
Put me down for £10 too.
No. You can put yourself down for £10. I'm not doing it on your behalf. If you want to do it, fair enough. I'm not doing it for you. Like, that's the one thing I am not doing.
When's the race?
3:30 UK time. He's 80-1.
Tomorrow?
Tuesday, yeah.
Bro, we out here, bro. Like, the Heat, the Panthers. What's his name? What's the horse's name?
Yeah, what's the horse's name?
Imperial Admiral.
We got Imperial
I don't
Admiral.
even like the name, but we here. We're here. I was hoping we could get like some shirts or something when he comes through for us. I'm down. I'm putting money on it, Kadeem.
Imperial Admiral. No, tune in next time to find out if he wins. But yeah, Deano, thanks again for that. Loved it.
No, thank you so much for having me on.
Oopsie.